Our next project is to make a fundraising calculator. Both the Word and Excel files seen in this video can be found in the support files area. Please either open the Word document from the support files area and have a read of the scenario, or pause this video and read what's on your screen. Please take careful note of what the text file should include. Our Excel spreadsheet has a series of fields ranging from one that will let us test quickly through to a plan for a dollar amount profit goal, a percentage amount profit goal, and a case where we have no fixed cost. And as you can see from my project folder, I've already started to create some of the code. But before I did that, I made a little planning folder, and inside I have a text file showing what I want my file output to look like. This is extremely useful because it helps me see what input I need from the user, and it also helps me see what columns I need in my Panda. In your assessment, your very first step should be to carefully read the instructions and then design your Panda and your file output so that you know what you need to do and can then create your Kanban board. As this is a practice task, you're more than welcome to go along and use my planning. If it was an assessment, you'd have a cover slide where you have a link to your GitHub repository, and you'd also need to tell me which file to mark. A reminder that we're not using generative AI at all in this process so that we can easily recycle content without worrying about authenticity. If this was an assessment, you'd also need to pop in your relevant implication slides at the start of your slideshow so that I can tick that box when I mark your assessment. The first thing that you would put into your assessment for planning is what your file output is going to look like. Once you've created that, you should be able to create a Kanban board where you've got big components and potentially some smaller lists as well. You're welcome to use something like Trello rather than Draw.io if that's what you want. I'm going to share my test plans and trialing slides, and what I'd like you to do is have a look at the test plans and trialing slides and see if you can create the code. The first thing that you'll want to do is create an instructions component. I started with a statement generator where I added an extra line break after my heading. And as you can see, that's the trialing slide where I've updated the trial that we're going to be using. And if this was an assessment, you might do something similar. The next piece of code that you want to create is a simple yes-no string checker. You only need to check for yes, no, so please don't use more code than you need. Here's the trialing slide, and as you can see, you should be using trial 1 from Project 0. Then you want to create your instructions component, and there's a test plan that you can use. And at the end of it, you should be able to prove that your instruction component works successfully. In the next video, I'm going to share some more test plans and perhaps some code to help continue with this process.